All righty. Matt Simons now, the Guru Johnson. The Warriors are in the nation's capital.
Yeah.
They beat the Wizards yesterday. They're at the White House today. And we're going to go out to Whitley Sandretto. She's our digital guru. She covers the Golden State Warriors. She's embedded with them. Hey, Whitley, thank you so much for joining us. What's going on?
Hi, Steiny. Hi, Guru.
All right, so I'm just going to cut to the chase. My sources are saying you almost had a gun pulled on you?
Oh, my God.
What happened?
Okay, so here's the story. So you know me. I am a rule follower. I never break rules. So the White House is just obviously a different beast. So we go, to the press briefing. We're in the briefing room. And then we all walk out because we have to go wait outside the entrance to the East Room where the event was taking place. So we all go out. The door shuts behind us. Me just thinking, I'm at Chase Center. I can just turn around and try to go back through that white door to use the restroom. So here I am trying to walk back to the door. Security guard tried to say something. I really didn't hear him. He's like, you have to have, an escort, someone take you in. And so I'm like, okay. Well, then someone opens the door and starts walking in, so I assume that's the person who's taking me. So I start walking in. He's like, hey, and he, chased me down. He's like, you can't go in there. So it was the whole thing. So moral of the story, that was the joke the rest of the day. That
we need you to come back in one piece, Whitley. Be careful. Steiny was just telling.
I made it.
Yeah. Steiny was asking me and the listeners, Goo, I wonder what goes down, when the teams visit. Let me ask you this, because I always call Curry presidential. I know President Biden speaks, but do the players speak? Is it just Kerr? Is it Lakeup? Who talks from the Warriors?
Yeah, so they had a whole day today. So they got there probably around 12:30. And, of course, the media, we didn't have access to every single thing they got to do. But I heard that Kevon Looney and Jordan Poole, they held a Q&A with some of the White House staff. And then actually Coach Kerr and Klay Thompson and Moses Moody participated in a roundtable discussion on gun safety before the actual event. And so they had several different things that they did before, and they got to get, a one-on-one with President Biden. So they did all of that, and then it came down to the main event in the East Room, which is the videos I've been posting.
Right.
That's where that was at. So they did a lot today.
Cool. We're talking to Whitley Sandretto. She's with the Warriors. She was at the White House today along with the Warriors. So just give me a sense of where you could go and where you couldn't go, and is the security the biggest thing you feel around you the whole time?
Yes, it was very intimidating. So you had to go and you had to have someone. There's the front gate. You go through the media gate. They take you in. You have someone with you, and then we went to the briefing room. And so we were there for a while. We didn't know if we were supposed to stay or not because Steve and Steph, they came in there to open up the White House's daily press brief. And so we all just kind of stood there well, what do we do now? So we waited, and they took us back through this hallway, out the back, and then we had to wait outside for a while, outside the doors to the East Room. And that's basically the only places we got to go, the media. Now, the Warriors themselves, they were all over. They even got to go to the Oval Office, which, if you know, that is a huge deal because hardly anyone gets to go to the Oval Office. So they got to go do that. But
except Steph Curry. Steph Curry gets to go.
Hey, Whit, how did you get there? Were you in an Uber, or did they send a shuttle? Talk to us about, just coming up on the White House.
Once again, this is Whitley being a mess. I was a mess at that moment, so I had to pretty much find my way around. They only gave you limited, descriptions of where you're supposed to be. So I just kept asking the Secret Service. I'm like, hey, can you please just point me in the right direction of where I'm supposed to go? And so each person would just kind of point me that direction. But I eventually finally got there. I got there about an hour early before we were supposed to pick up our credentials just to be safe. And I'm glad I did because it pretty much took me that whole hour to find my way to where I was supposed to be.
Awesome.
Wow,
well, it sounds like a great experience. I know you're going to be on with the guys in the morning tomorrow.
Host A and Host B.
Thanks so much for coming on, and it sounded like it's a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
Safe travels.
That's Whitley Sandretto on